Hello there, I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Timberborn, my friends. Now, today we are going to start the construction of our reservoir. Last episode we spoke about it. It's not like we have a problem with water right now, but the droughts are getting exceedingly large and storing water is of the utmost importance. Now, there is one small issue with this map. There is very little depth to it. You see the water spawns right in here at only like a 3 or 4 tile of height, which means we cannot really utilize the natural features of the terrain to our advantage. We also have created a couple of channels last episode and started production of dynamite. So today I would say that we would dedicate to build a reservoir right in here, parallel to the current, to the existing current. We could like wall it off over here and then utilize these things, the water pumps. Now it's gonna take a very long time until we have the science for it, but with our newfound technology gathering methods, I'm certain we'll be able to do that pretty soon. So, with that in mind, let's start the construction of this thing and let's clear the rest of the terrain over here so that we can utilize it for farmland. We're also going to use explosives over here to create a little bit more farmland. Not that there is too much else to get, but still, if we could get more fertile grounds for farming, our beavers would be happy, because you know they don't really want to have another mass extinction event because there is not enough food for everybody. Now, creating a reservoir over here is actually kind of beneficial to us because you see we already have road connection over here to our apartment area. Bam! So the beavers can just climb through here and go over here to do some work. Now, how are we gonna do this? First, well, not first. The last thing we're gonna do is we are going to increase the channel width. I don't know. We're gonna make the channel bigger. Right now there is only one tile. We're gonna blow this up and we're gonna blow this up plus a couple of corners to make these 3 tiles high of width. And then we are gonna lock it over here. We don't want any water to go past this point. In here we'll create the reservoir itself and we'll pump water from here. We can utilize explosives to terraform any little bits of terrain that might be in the way. So with that in mind, we need to start creating paths to this general location, because this is not exactly something that it's going to require a lot of beavers. We are not going to divide the districts. The capital will take care of it, so we'll have to find a path from the existing roads that we already have. Alright, there we go, we have some connection. It's really far away over here, but the beavers can do it, don't worry. We should also not forget to store up as much water as we can. Being entertained is not an excuse to not prepare, you know, for the drought. Like, for example, over here, we can close this out. There is already no water coming from here. Huh. Strange. Oh well. Alright, so the first step is to block the path of water out of this little creek over here that we are going to create. So we need to create this little dam over here. We're gonna put a floodgate because in the future we might want water to pass through here. We don't know. So it's easier just to create it right now, and then in the future if we need it, we'll activate it. If not, then we'll just put it on height 1 and be done with it. Block all the water from flowing through there. Now, our reservoir over here is gonna be extremely expensive, but the more expensive the best, because that way we can take care of these filthy trees that are in the way. They are a bit annoying, shall we say, because they are blocking fertile grounds, and we don't like that now, do we? So yeah, we also need to access those carrots over there. They are insulated. Yeah, the more logs we spend, the higher the chances that those logs will come from here. So I think we're gonna do something like this, bare minimum 3 tiles of height, right? So it should be something like this. In here we still need to blow it up, but then we could go through here, maybe even take advantage that we have this thing over here, go like this, right? Boy, this is gonna be really expensive. On this side we're gonna save, because all of this is 3 tiles of height already, but over here we barely have any savings left to do. But well, I suppose that's the nature of trying to do something as big as this. Something like this should be easy to achieve. To be honest, I thought it would be more difficult. We're still gonna need the triple floodgates, so let's just get them right now. These things can go down all the way to 3 tiles of height, so if we go like this, perfect, we can then deploy the water through there. In fact, this one doesn't need to be one of those, otherwise it's gonna spill water everywhere. In fact, speaking about that, in order to prevent the water from spilling, you know, all over this place, we're gonna go like this, then like this. Yeah, that should prevent the water from spilling too much. Perfect. A 7-day drought is not that bad. I think we are going to be okay, my friends. Well, the drought is almost over. Nothing major happened over here. We just controlled pretty much everything. No crisis this time, thank God. Beavers have been busy. Yeah, this is gonna be the final shape of our reservoir over here. It's not that big, but it's gonna be big enough for our needs for the foreseeable future. I mean, they have built a substantial amount. Now, I have built this platform over here because I don't know how these things work. They are not yet... Oh, we are gonna need the resin thingy, alright? We can start working on that. We have both of those ingredients, so why not? You know what, guys? Let's take care of these already. But yeah, I don't know how these things work, so I built this platform and then we'll adapt it to the new circumstances. But yeah, I kind of want to produce these things now, which means this observatory has to go bye-bye. It was supposed to go bye-bye once we have built these things, but well, now the time has come. Sorry. Let's recover all of those resources and then let's put a wood... Oh man, really? Really? Wow. Okay, well, I mean... slow and steady wins the race, right, my friends? Right. Oh, my friends, this is gonna take its sweet time getting done. Now, in order to facilitate the movement of builders around here, I just am building like tiny little staircases and paths all over the place in order to optimize their pathing a little bit. I also have built more builders and haulers in the hopes of expediting this, but I think this is gonna be a project that it's gonna take a considerable amount of time, my friends. Almost as much time as it's taking us to reclaim these from the forest. The farmland is growing, but very, very slowly. The water current is a little bit stronger today. Wow, okay, I don't really understand what's going on. But we have been constantly flooding over here. Quite interesting, I see. There was a patch today. Hopefully it didn't change the water physics too much that, you know, gets these kinds of things happening all the time. Well, it might not look like a lot, but the beavers are actually building this thing relatively rapid. But now we have the 5,000 points we needed, my friends, and we also have some planks already produced. Not a lot, not enough to build even one of these. Each one requires a 700 horsepower. That's a lot, but yeah, let's see. 5,000 science points. Yes, please. Let's see. Okay. I don't know which side it is which. Suppose that it gets built like this? Look at that. So it doesn't require like access via road, right? Okay, so the idea would be we build the lever right in there. We build this thing right there, and then we open one of these things. Let's start by demolishing this. Demolish, 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 demolish. After that is demolished, we'll build the levee, and once the levee is in place, let's try to fit like at least 2 of these. That's going to require a bunch of power, but we have these things. 400 pop. We are gonna need 1400. That's well, it's not divisive, but we can get relatively close. Okay, so yeah, I suppose that it should be okay. And then we can even get the gravity batteries, because if we start a little bit of power whenever there is full wind, then the mechanical thingy should operate for longer. Nice, I suppose. Okay, so the idea would be something like this, right? The mechanical pump right there, we then open up a hole right in there and the water flows through that side. I'm also gonna build a small path over here so that we can delete this one and put another pump right in there. 2 pumps should be more than enough. And then we connect them to power through here. We'll build a bunch of these bad boys over here. I suppose that 4 is already 1600 horsepower. We can go towards 5 if we can fit them in here. Hopefully with that we're gonna have more than enough surplus power to fill like a couple of gravity batteries. Let's see how do they look. They are quite bulky. But yeah, we might be able to fill a couple of these, meaning that these should operate even when there is no wind to create power. Alright, my friends, here comes a drought. Still, this is not going to be the one where we are going to put this one into use, but I suppose that by the end of the drought we should have most of the dam already built. There is not a lot of things left to do. There is like these little corners, some resources that need to be plucked from the ground, build the big ass machines. Most of our bottlenecks are going to be the refined planks. We need to get rid of this to put power production over there. And yeah, I'm also gonna build another one of this so that we can produce blanks a little bit faster. Right now, you know, the wind is not blowing our way, but that's okay. Eventually we'll build enough planks. We need 100 each one. It's 50, so it's gonna take a little bit of time until we have all the resources ready. Oh my friends, I was so entertained over here and didn't even notice that the drought is already on its way. That's fine, that's totally okay. I was just taking care of the power situation as well. 6 of these bad boys should be more than enough, my friends. We're gonna put the batteries over here, which I was just creating a power shaft tunnel so that our beavers can walk through here no problemo. We can put like 3 batteries over here. We just need to get rid of all of these garbage. And other than that, we are almost done, my friends. As we can see, bam bam, that was the final bit of the puzzle. After those 6 little bits are built, the reservoir itself structurally is complete. Then it's just doing the expensive bits. This one is almost done, but as we can see, it's gonna take a significant amount of time. That's why I kind of wanted to build this one over here as well. In fact, we might even prioritize it slightly just to get it to get the production of those planks going a little bit faster. Oh my friends, one has already been built. Look at that mechanical water pump. It's actually pretty neat. I noticed that it can only connect power through the side, like these tiles over here, it doesn't let you for some reason. That's totally okay by me, I don't care. Now the other one is actually not that far away from being built as well. We have a shortage of gears, and that's why all of these things are kind of stalling, but it should be fine. We are also gonna get a couple of these gravity batteries over here. One of the reasons why we have so much lack of materials like gears is because we always have low amounts of power, because, you know, the wind has not been our friend recently, which is kind of sad. Now, friends, I gotta be honest, I'm a bit tired of doing this. You know what? The time has come. The time and... oh, I cannot delete the dam. Damn, I cannot delete the dam. There we go. Problem solved. This is no longer a dam, now this is a restrictor. It's just to restrict the path of the water a little bit. Yeah, this way the water will flow through there, because in here we have a bunch of water still, and that way I don't have to constantly come over here and just monitor this. And we're ready for some booms, my friends. I need to start detonating a couple of things over here. This one will be the last, but first we must create an alternative path through here, so that we can get rid of this and destroy those tiles as well. We are going to try and keep like 3 tiles of width throughout the entire channel. Hopefully that is enough to feed these 2 thingies. If not, then we'll find another solution, I suppose. I still need to wait for a bunch of gears to be ready, my friends. So while we are waiting, or in this case while I am waiting, how about we go and have ourselves a little bit of a fireworks. I already created this floodgate so that we can restrict the flow of water through here should we want to, which we won't right now. So let's start with this one over here. Beautiful, we can now demolish this. In fact, we can even have some water flow through there if, you know, because why not? It's not like it's gonna go to waste or anything. After that, we also have this one over here, which is quite big. Like I said, I kind of want to maintain the 3 tile measurement. And there we go, much better. A lot wider, except over here. It's going to require a couple of boomsticks to make it look a little bit better. Like, for example, like this. Should be more than enough. Should be more than enough. And, a little bit more, why not? And then we have these 3 over here. They now also need to be exploded, you see. And yeah. I think that should be it for now. Like I said, mostly the gears now are the bottleneck. Eventually we'll get there, my friends. Times 3 explosions. A lot quicker. Well, my friends, our current production rates are telling us something. We need more production. Okay, slowly and steadily we'll get rid of this patch of carrots, because, you know, we have been winning our battle against the trees, and so I think we are kinda going in the right direction. So we'll have to deconstruct a few things, like for example this. Mighty unfortunate, but do not despair, because they will come back. But yeah, they have to be it's gonna be very kind of expensive, but well, it's fine, my friends. It's fine. Let's get rid of this, and then we'll get rid of this, okay? Then after this we'll go into wood, and we get 2 additional gear workshops, but that's not the end, because we are gonna need more storage eventually anyway. We have a street going through there, so 1, 2, 3 additional storage facility thingies. Then we can even go, oh, there is still carrots over there, but you can then go like this, and like so whenever we have the space. More street, and then on top of this is where we are gonna build the other thing that we had. The wood work... oh, miscalculated, it's fine. I mean, miscalculated? No, I never miscalculate anything. Everything is totally, fully calculated. There we go, see? Perfect. Alright, another drought incoming. Once again, unfortunately, this is not gonna be operational just yet, but it is fine, we're still just waiting on the gears, but of course, now we are one step closer. We are only missing 42 gears until this thing is capable of being operational. Now, once this thing is built, because it's missing only 2, we might start pumping a tad bit of water slowly over time into this thing, but of course it's negligible, and therefore it's not gonna count towards this particular drought. Oh, also, I decided to up my game over here. I mean, why not? We had the space, and so I just put a couple extra water wheels over here. The water current is good enough that we can harvest a bunch of power. Look at that, we are now capable of supplying more power than it's required. Even if these things are not at full throttle, they are kind of half, a little bit more than half, so that's kind of cool. Oh, here we go. You see, like this thing is working, and a tad bit of water is flowing through there. Like we can see the super well, but this thing obscures our vision. But yeah, look, Water now flowing, fan-freaking-tastic. And by the way, since I already have you guys over here, let's detonate this thing. A little bit more space for us. This way it looks a little bit neater, I think. And those squares will be filled up with water, which means more water is capable of being stored within our reservoir over here. The third drought of the episode is here. 9 days, my friends. Oh boy, it has been over 2 hours now since I first started recording, but we are almost there, my friends. We are almost there. We're missing this little bit now. The beavers could not reach that thing, but now that the drought started, we don't have, you know, flowing water to kind of come over here and put into our reservoir, so I suppose we'll have to wait for the drought to end. But that's fine because, well, I mean, we have other things to do. We are gonna need the gears for these things, for the gravity batteries. We have a bunch of those over here, as we can see. Yeah, the sooner we can have this thing operational, the better. All of that sweet power is gonna be saved up, which is going to help us out, you know, keep these things operational. Look at that. 700 horsepower being delivered, which is pretty cool. Finally, my friends, the drought is almost up, and we already have two batteries, not additional, but 2 batteries ready to roll, which is pretty nice. The third one is on its way, but given that the gears are being produced at a very slow pace, because apparently the wind only likes to come at night, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. It is what it is. Eventually we'll have some batteries over here as well to mitigate that issue, but for now we have to work with what we have. But yeah, finally the drought has ended, my friends, which is great news for us. We can keep this one closed. Through here the water will go and be absorbed. Over here we don't need to do anything, and in here we don't need to do like a lot. We can just drop that. Perfect. Like, this thing is going to help us out a lot, especially when it comes to messing with heights of things and stuff during the drought moments. We just need to close this off, and everything else should remain, and the other one should also be closed off. This one over here, the final one. Other than that, we shouldn't need to do any like leveling during the drought or anything. Everything should be a-okay. We'll also start pulling water from here, from this main reservoir as well, because why not? A couple of water pumps over here should be good enough. And yeah, now it's just a matter of waiting until the water is risen, and we can resume operations over here in the reservoir. Finally, the water is flowing in here, which means that these things should start operating. Here we go, beautiful, fully operational. And now with the batteries over here, whenever we don't have the power to supply these things, the batteries will come in handy. And whenever we have surplus power, we refill the batteries. Perfect. But well, my friends, going through long periods of time without wind is a bit infuriating, let me tell you. Well, this thing is going to fill up over time, and the more batteries we'll have, the more power we'll be able to store, and we'll be able to mitigate these long periods of time without any wind a lot better. Now, these things are not as efficient as I thought. I thought these were going to fill up these a little bit quicker than what they are doing. But well, maybe I was asking a little bit too much. But well, as long as we can fill this up during the regular season until the drought comes, it should be okay. We also don't need to fill this up in just one cycle. We can do it over multiple cycles. We shouldn't need to use all of that water at once, so yeah. Let's just say I am pretty happy. We can continue the build of the gravity batteries over time. There is no point in focusing them right now. The system is working, it's just a matter of improving it and upgrading it further with more power production, more batteries, more stuff overall, right? Right, but yeah, now we had a secondary objective of expanding our farmland, and I think this is a good expansion of food. Look at that. All of those carrots and berries. I like that a lot. We are still going to expand further, of course. To where? Good question. I don't really know very well where we should expand next, but we need more food. Maybe we can even just deconstruct this entire mountain over here, create a channel through here and just have this to be farmland. Maybe that would be a possibility. We do have a substantial amount of dynamite, and we have the ability of building more over here, so maybe we'll do that in the future, who knows. But in order to find out, you have to tune in the next episode, my friends. So, with all of that said, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Biz Manager signing out. Bye bye.